Okay, back on the 1996 Ford Ranger that we've been running. Took it on a recent trip to New London, Connecticut, down by the ocean, don't you know, with the salt air, and it was raining and cold and just blustery out. Well, we had the heater fan blowing, and I remember when we got there we had the heater blower, but on the way back, windows are fogged. I go to turn on the blower to clear the windows. There's no blower motor. Nothing. So I want to go into how I solved the issue here quickly. Maybe it'll help some others. I googled no power to a blower relay. Could it be the motor? Could it be the switch? Could it be the... What could it be? Could it be the wiring? Could be a million things. Well, all the useless hits that you get online and whatnot, I finally sifted through, and believe it or not, I got something on Just Answer. It was I can get these diagrams anyway, but it wasn't the fuses. They did include this diagram here, which I do have. I can look up, but let me just show you. We had already changed the thermal resistor here pack not too long ago. There's a chance that the thermal limiter could be bad, but the motor didn't run at all. Not that I didn't have any. I had no speeds. I went over and I checked the switch over here. The switch tested good. And then I looked over here at the blower motor relay, okay? And this one here that says hot all times. Well, all these useless forums and everything, nobody tells you where this relay is located. Where is the darn relay? Nice to see it on a schematic, but where physically in the car is it? So I'm looking over and over and over, and I finally found a forum where they mentioned it's down in front of the air cleaner. It's outside the vehicle. I found one sentence, and of course there's two relays, so I don't know which relay it is. So I look up relay for Ford Ranger blower relay. I did test the relay's fine. I just wanted to physically see what it looked like, because each of them were different. I did also confirm it by pulling the relay out and not hearing it click with the blower on or something like that, I believe. Well, in any event, let's go outside and take a look at this. I had power at the distribution box, hot all times. This says 50 amp, but it's a 40 amp fuse. This hot all times. So what I did, I'll show you outside what I went ahead and did. I went to the relay, and this hot all times, pin 30 on the relay, which they don't tell you here what pins are what on the relay. You have to go to the eBay picture and try to figure that out, or there's another picture that figures that out for you. So I'll show you what I did. What I did is I attached 12 volts here, because you physically can't access it, so I tacked a little wire on the relay. I'll show you, and I fed 12 volts, and my blower motor and all the speeds started working. I thought I was connecting it here to the black, but that wasn't the case. But in any event, let me show you what I discovered. Okay, here's our relay set. It's down in the front of the car. It's down right in front of the air cleaner. Nowhere in creation can I find, at least online, which relay is which. It's a guess. It's anyone's guess. I'm guessing I think this is the washer fluid motor relay. That's what I've seen by process of elimination. Okay, back to this relay. What I did here, it is numbered here. It tells you which ones are the contacts, which ones are the coil. So I tacked a wire on 30 here, which is supposed to be plus live all the time. So I just tacked a little wire on here and I ran it over to the battery. And lo and behold, the heater motor came on and I had all three speeds. So I went and removed the bottom cover, and the green is always a welcome sight when you're looking for problems. And sure enough, now technically 30 I attached to this pink and white wire, which got the show running, because it's supposed to be on the opposite side of the switch, not where I was intended. I was looking for the power on at all times, so even the diagrams can be misleading. I don't know if that diagram was for this year or whatnot, but it was nice to see when I pulled this out that this black wire here, this is the on at all times wire that goes over there to the power distribution panel. So without having to chase that, and you can see if I turn the key on, I insert that back in there, turn the key on so you can hear the motor start. Okay, the key is on. You can hear the motor start. So I'll go in and we'll mend this corroded connection in here. I'll come up with some kind of terminal for that, and we'll have a blower motor again. So as you might know, that's when this stuff fails. When it's dark, it's cold, it's raining, cats and dogs, and there's no chance of working on it. And that's when this stuff fails you, when you're miles away from home. And I just thought I'd take care of that, so have one less thing to worry about. Hope that helps someone out there with the 1996 Ford Ranger with no blower motor. It's not the resistor, the heater resistor in there, the thermal. That's already been changed. It's not the motor. I put some terminals on here and I tested it with a just a lantern battery just to hear the motor turn. It wasn't the switch in the dash. I took that out and checked it. That had continuity, but it also had no power on it. So all being outside the vehicle, all indicators pointed to this. So the minute I took the bottom cover off this and saw the green corrosion, this wire just pulled out. Okay, I hadn't quite figured out how I was going to repair that yet, so I took this little jumper off of, I think this is from a UPS or something, a battery terminal, and I've cut the plastic away, and I'm just going to stick him in the factory housing like so. And I don't know whether I will just attach it and leave a connector here and just solder it and heat shrink to here, but you get the idea. I could cut and splice this and just put this together and heat shrink that and put it all back. Okay, I've gone ahead and pushed that way up in there in the factory connector, and it fits quite nicely in there, as you see, that one right there. And I've gone ahead and removed my solder from the relay, so we'll just plug the relay back in where it belongs and give this its final mend. It's already clicking. Plug that in like that, and then when we attach this, the heater motor should run. I don't believe I have the key on though. Okay, as I said before, I have the key on. I'm just going to touch this here, and you hear the relay. The relay does not click, it just sends power because the relay is energized. So what I'm going to do is have my little, I've had good luck with these, my little butane torch, because I'm outside, and I'm going to solder these up. I've already slid a piece of heat shrink on. I'm going to leave this little intermediate jumper in here because I know it's a little underrated wire-wise, but it's a short run, and it's better than corroded old green wiring anyway. So we'll solder this up and put the heat shrink on it. Okay, there's my repairs, cooled off. I'm going to just slide the heat shrink down over it, and we'll button it up. Here we are, all put back. I did put some synthetic grease in there. I like to use this stuff in just about everything, because someone told me there's a new type of automotive connector that has an electrical grease in there to keep the water out, so it's heat shrunk with some grease in there. And I may do the same with this, is open it up, at least put some grease on these connectors, because I'll use this if I have to be in here in the future to troubleshoot. So our relay is back. I'm going to snap the cover on and then button it up.